Welcome back to Next Gen Motors, the place where passion meets precision and where we take you deep into the world of the most exciting vehicles shaping tomorrow's roads. Today, we are diving into a car that doesn't just carry the weight of history but also the responsibility of reinvention. This is the 2026 Alfa Romeo 4e, a car designed to embody everything that makes Alfa Romeo legendary while pushing the brand into a bold new electric era. For decades, enthusiasts have adored the Alfa Romeo 4C for its pure lightweight sports car formula, and now, in 2026, the baton is passed to the 4e, the brand's first fully electric two-seat sports coupe, a car promising the soul of an Alfa, but with zero emissions. So, buckle up because this one is going to be something special. Exterior. From the very first glance at the front, the 4e announces its identity with unmistakable Alfa DNA. The triangular Scudetto grille remains, but in this new electric age, it is reinterpreted as a smooth illuminated panel, framed by intricate pixelated LED lighting that recalls the classic Alfa tri-logo design. Instead of the large air intakes of the old 4C, you get sleek aerodynamic channels sculpted into the fascia, directing air around the car for efficiency and stability. The hood is long and sculpted with flowing lines that stretch back to the windshield, giving the car a cab-back stance that screams performance. Low-slung, wide, and aggressive, the 4e looks every bit the exotic Italian sports car it is meant to be. Thin, blade-like LED headlights sweep back into the fenders, glowing with a futuristic animation when the car unlocks, giving it a theatrical presence that feels alive. Alfa hasn't abandoned emotion in its design. It's clear they want every encounter with the 4e to be an occasion. Moving to the side, the proportions are tight and athletic. The 4e rides low to the ground on staggered 20-inch front and 21-inch rear wheels wrapped in Pirelli P0 Elect performance rubber. The wheels themselves feature a turbine-inspired design that is both functional and stunning, channeling airflow for cooling and drag reduction. The side profile carries echoes of the old 4C but sharpens everything with more futuristic intent. Flash door handles pop out electronically, the glass canopy-style roof line flows seamlessly into the rear deck, and the muscular haunches over the rear wheels give the car that mid-engine stance, even though this is an EV with its batteries low in the floor. Aerodynamic sculpting is everywhere. You will notice a pronounced crease that cuts through the door and rises toward the rear fender, a nod to Alfa's racing heritage. A floating roof effect, highlighted with gloss black trim, further emphasizes its sleek proportions. And of course, carbon fiber side skirts not only save weight but add to the aggressive detail work that sets the 4e apart. At the rear, the Alfa Romeo 4e is pure theater. Twin circular LED taillights reinterpret a brand icon in a digital, three-dimensional form, connected by an illuminated bar that integrates the Alfa Romeo script. The rear deck is short, while the diffuser is large and functional, finished in exposed carbon fiber with active aero flaps that adjust depending on speed and driving mode. A subtle ducktail spoiler is molded into the bodywork, adding downforce without ruining the elegance of the shape. The rear bumper is clean yet muscular, with no exhaust outlets. Of course, this isn't EVA, but instead, you have intricate vents and aero elements that give it the look of a race-ready machine. Watching the car drive away at night with its taillights glowing and that illuminated Alfa badge, it's impossible to mistake it for anything else. The drama is pure Alfa. Interior. Slip inside the 4e, and the experience continues to balance tradition with innovation. The cabin is unapologetically driver-focused, wrapping you in an environment that feels like a cockpit. Alfa has resisted the temptation to over-digitize everything, choosing instead to create a blend of analog inspiration with modern execution. You sit low in sculpted carbon fiber bucket seats wrapped in premium Alcantara and leather with contrast stitching in Italian tricolor accents. The steering wheel is a flattened race-inspired unit, featuring paddle controls for drive modes and regenerative braking settings. Behind it sits a 12.3-inch curved digital cluster with Alfa's signature red-themed graphics, customizable to show performance data, G-forces, lap timers, or navigation. At the center, a 10.5-inch infotainment system floats slightly canted toward the driver, running the latest Android Automotive OS with Alfa's own unique skin. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and over-the-air updates, but the system is intentionally minimal so it never distracts from the drive. Below the screen, tactile metal switches control essential functions like drive mode selection, stability control, and suspension settings. The passenger side gets a sculpted grab handle, reminding you that this car is meant to be driven hard. Ambient lighting glows subtly along the doors and dash, while exposed carbon fiber weaves through the interior structure. Despite being a compact two-seater, there is a surprising sense of space thanks to the glass canopy roof, which can be electronically dimmed to block sunlight when needed. Small storage compartments and a front trunk add just enough practicality for weekend getaways. Performance, of course, is where the 4e aims to silence the skeptics. Alfa has engineered this car on Stellantis STLA medium performance platform, heavily modified for a low-slung sports car application. Power comes from a dual-motor all-wheel drive setup delivering around 680 horsepower and 620 pound-feet of torque, enough to launch the 4E from 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds. Top speed is electronically limited to 186 miles per hour, putting it firmly in supercar territory. The battery is a 92 kWh unit with advanced 800-volt architecture, offering an estimated range of 320 miles on a single charge under mixed driving conditions. Thanks to 350 kW DC fast charging, you can recover up to 200 miles of range in just 15 minutes. Alfa has tuned the chassis with a near 50-50 weight distribution, active torque vectoring, adaptive dampers, and rear-wheel steering, making it razor-sharp through corners. But unlike many EVs, the 4E is designed to feel alive, with an artificial but carefully tuned acoustic soundtrack that evolves with throttle input, reminding you of Alfa's emotional past while embracing the future. The Drive Mad Strada, Sport, and Corsa each alter throttle response, steering weight, suspension stiffness, and aero configuration. In Corsa mode, the car lowers itself, the diffuser flaps deploy, and you unlock launch control for maximum attack. It's not just fast, it's visceral, playful, and dynamic, the way a true Alfa should be. Pricing is always crucial, especially when you're positioning a car between attainable sports cars and high-end exotics. Alfa Romeo is expected to price the 2026 4E starting at around $85,000 in the US, with higher performance Quadrifoglio models pushing closer to $110,000. That puts it directly against rivals like the Porsche 718 Cayman EV, Lotus Type 135, and even entry-level Tesla Roadster trims. But Alfa will hope its unique blend of Italian design, emotional engagement, and limited production numbers give it an edge in exclusivity. There will likely be special editions as well, including lightweight track versions with even more carbon fiber and reduced interior amenities, aimed squarely at purists who value connection over convenience. As we wrap up this deep dive into the 2026 Alfa Romeo 4E, one thing is abundantly clear: Alfa has not lost its soul in the transition to electrification. This car is not just another EV sports car, it's a statement that driving passion still matters in a world increasingly dominated by efficiency and practicality. With its stunning Italian styling, a cabin that blends tradition and technology, thrilling performance figures, and a price that places it within reach of serious enthusiasts, the 4E might just be the most important Alfa of the modern era. It brings the brand's iconic spirit into the future, ensuring that passion, drama, and beauty are not sacrificed on the altar of progress. For fans of Alfa Romeo, this is the car that proves the brand is not just surviving the EV revolution, it's thriving in it. That's all for today's review of the 2026 Alfa Romeo 4E here on Next Gen Motors. If you enjoyed this detailed look, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming reviews of the cars shaping the future. Until next time, drive safe, stay passionate, and we'll see you in the next video.